And did you work at all in high school? Did you have any? What was your first job?
My first job was at Footlocker.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. First job was at Footlocker. I went every single day.
At the mall?
Right behind my mom's house. Yeah.
In the summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, right when I graduated high school.
Okay, so your first job wasn't until after high school.
Yeah, I was playing sports. I was trying to.
You're getting kicked off the team. What are you talking? You, you said you never played a full season.
Well, no, my senior year I did play full season.
Okay,
I didn't play a lot this season, but I was on the team.
I had to practice. I had to be
on the team. My coach told me, he said, "Nigga, you here for team morale."
Your coach said that?
Yeah, that's when I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna play this shit in college."
Yeah, keep up the jokes, all right?
Off morale.
And how was the job at Footlocker that summer?
It was the best, man. That's why I do comedy.
Yeah, why?
Real shit, cause I would always tell stories from my basketball, and shit, to my coworkers, and they was always be like, "Nigga, you're fucking funny."
Okay.
You should do stand up, and so that's the reason I do stand up.
There you go.
Because
Look
of
at that.
But they shouldn't have hired me. There was no way in hell they should have hired me.
How does it work at Footlocker? Did they get did you get commissions on the sneakers or anything like that?
Yeah, but it was like a dead stove. So it was
That's how it got so funny. Just fucking hanging out,
nobody
no
would
customers.
come in. So if somebody did come in, it's like, why the fuck are you here? You fucking up my day.
Yeah.
You feel me?
never
So
seen-
I'm killing over here, dude.
I've never seen
I've
an
been
empty.
crushing all day, man. I gotta
I've
sell
never
these
seen
dumbass shoes.
An empty Footlocker is
Empty
wild.
as fuck.
Did you steal it all? My boy worked at Footlocker, and he stole like crazy.
Yeah, let me tell you something. So
Because the malls, if you don't know anybody that ever worked at a mall, the mall has like its own ecosystem.
Yeah.
Where like the lids guy will steal hats and give them to the Footlocker guy. The Footlocker guy will get jerseys from this store. It's like they're all fucking.
So I fucked most of the girls in the mall.
I didn't mean that, but yeah,
man,
sure.
hey, look though, real talk, man. I fucked all up and down that mall. Before I even know my manager was cool, there was a girl that worked at the Jimmy Jazz. She tried to fuck me before the store opened, and I didn't know. I was like, it's cameras and shit in here, and I don't know my manager like that. When we got real
I don't know
cool,
my manager
I
like
told
that.
them, I was like, yo, the girl at Jimmy Jazz wanted to fuck me in the store, and they were like, why the fuck didn't you do it?
Yeah.
Them cameras don't work.
Yeah.
You should have did it. But after that, I was fucking all up and through that store. Like, man, I fucked in the bathroom behind the mall. It was an abandoned part of the mall. I was fucking in there at the J.C. Penney's that just shut down. I was going fucking
Damn,
hell.
you were fucking in a closed J.C. Penney's?
in the changing stall.
Man.
I wonder why the
Yeah.
Footlocker was tanking. Jesus Christ.
And that shit closed now too.
And Annie meet Uncle Cam coming in. Holy shit. Dude.
But then we had got, so I never really stole from Footlocker. My brother had a homeboy that used to he got like big trouble from stealing from Finish Line when it was kids. So I was always like, man, I'm not gonna
Don't
do no
do
shit
it.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But we had got when I became a manager, which was a terrible.
You got
idea.
they became
Holy
you a
shit.
what?
Oh, yeah, it was stupid.
Man,
it was,
Footlocker.
Wait, at
what
like
the fuck?
18?
Wait, yeah, I was 18 because I was the only one that showed up to work.
Yeah,
and
'cause
I
you're
live like
you're on a date.
I live behind the mall and shit. So they were like, even if anything, if Cam would just show up. Cause like, you gotta understand, like, I feel like I got like a hiring system back then where it was like, you gotta get a score more of like let's say the score is like, you gotta get past 600. And if you get past 600, like you got a 670, you could be like a manager or something.
Gotcha.
You get like a 650, you can be like what's the name? I had like a 610.
You were
A
along the lower
610,
end.
they
yeah.
like, do not hire.
Sure.
They barely made it.
What are the questions about sneakers or just
Man,
regular
it was,
shit?
It was a personality test, I guess, and they were like, "This nigga not a good person."
Have you ever spit on a girl?
like, well, no, what kind of question did they would ask something like that?
Were you like doing the schedule and shit like that?
No, I never got that. I would do like the sales report. I would have to write an email, but I'm not like email trained, so I was like, "What's up, soldier? Like, we got
Talking to your boss.
we sold a
What's
lot.
good, fam? We out of Jordan.
We sold so many Air Forces today. Black was cause nigga like to steal. So, but it was
What year is this?
This was 2019.
Jeez, you
crazy.
were working at
He's
Footlocker
so
in
young.
2019.
That's
Yeah.
nuts, dude.
Yeah. So I was, but I was so the funniest shit. So I'm a manager, right? But the last manager that we had, who worked at Champs now, this nigga didn't know how to open the safe to put the money in that night. And then so when they got to me, obviously my test wasn't good. I'm not the brightest nigga in the world. So they were like, if that guy couldn't do it, Cam damn sure can't close no fucking safe.
Sure.
So they never, when I would close at night, they never taught me the code to the safe, right? So one night,
I would also not teach you the code to the safe, dude. That's not. You cannot blame them
but
for
we
that.
never like. But the money was, it would just be open. So one night it was a string of like in Florida it was crazy. It was a string of Footlocker robberies. I swear to God, I'm not lying to y'all. There was a string of Footlocker robberies where they would break in through the back door and like they would break. And so it was a store next to it that was open. So they broke into that store and stole like so many shoes from us, like a lot. And the next morning we got there, we realized that they had broke in, stole all the shoes and shit. And so it was a big investigation. And the lady that came in thought I had did it. 'Cause I closed the night before and I didn't lock the safe. And then we couldn't tell her that we never locked the safe because they didn't think I could lock the safe.
Sure.
So I had to learn the safe code that day and then do all this extra shit. And then she sat me down, had a conversation with me. She had like a real deal, like long talk with me, older black lady. And she was like, so what are you? She tried to get me to go to the army, really. She was like, you should go to the army. Cause like this Footlocker shit ain't you.
Wait, this is the cop investigating the
they
the
brought
burglary.
they brought like an investigator, like a real investigator, and she was like in the army and shit.
Okay.
And she was talking to me, and then little did I find out that she told my manager, she was like, why would you hire him? He's like,
You got a 6'10" on the test.
she called me, and I quote, she called me emotionally retarded. She was like, why would you hire this man? He's emotionally he should not be working at Footlocker. This is insane. And that's fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Did you think they were, when you got there and you saw they were robbed? Did you think because you had access to the safe and stuff like that they were gonna try to
I
pin
knew
it
that
on you?
for sure.
Were you confident that you were going to get out of it, or were you like,
No, I was
this
scared.
place could go either way?
I
Yeah.
was scared, but then the funny thing about her too, she told my manager, she said, he said, so do you think he did it? And she was like, there's no way he could have pulled this off.
You have the outfit on when you walk in.
She like, there's no way he could have did this.
Yeah.
And then they came and robbed us again like a year later.
Damn,
Yeah, it was crazy.
that's nuts.
Yeah, then I got fired for cussing out my manager. I got a new manager, and I cussed that bitch to smithereens.
A new manager can ruin the vibe of any job. You
kill
get
it.
a new manager, they come in, they're trying to
Yeah.
make a name for themselves. One or two people that you were like part of your team, they leave, and you're
Yeah.
like, it's not the same job
She
anymore.
called me her special child one time, and I cussed that bitch to filth.
Like special, like,
Cause we would go back and forth. Like some days it'd be cool, and they wouldn't be cool. But she was like, "You my special child. You know you need a little extra help." And I'm like, "Bitch, I swear to God, call me special again, or it be some smoke in this fucking city in here." I cut that bitch to smithereens. Fuck that lady. And then you know what's crazy? I started working at Publix after that.
you started working in Publix.
Yeah, and
Doing
then-
what department?
At first I was on the cashier, and they was like, "You can't do this."
Yeah, I can't. I mean,
I had a joke about this at one point where I would always be like, all right, y'all, I have a good day, my nigga. And they'd be like, Cam, you got to stop. You can't do this.
you're dapping everybody
Like,
up.
all
and
right,
shit.
what's up? So they're like, no, we got to put him in the back of the house.
What's
So
up, fam? You have a big hug.
So I started stalking Shell, but then she started working at Publix with me,
Who did?
my old manager.
The one that you
No.
cursed out?
Yeah.
Was she a manager or just
No,
regular?
she was just like me at Publix.
Whoa.
So I was cussing that bitch out every day.
Man, that's a fucking vengeance
Beautiful.
story.
It was beautiful as shit.
Oh,
That's great.
she's working under you?
Yeah, you dirty
special
bitch.
now.
I hated that hoe.
You
She
dirty.
cool now, though, it's whatever, but I hated her.
She's cool now. What?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still
Shout out
see her?
LaToya, though. She the one gave me a job at Publix. Yeah.
Shout out Latoya.
She dope as shit. I love LaToya.
And then what are the jobs after? When did you start doing comedy?
I started doing comedy at Publix.
Really?
While you were at
Yeah.
Publix. That was you've only ever had 2 jobs in your life.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I worked at the golf course when I got here.
You worked
Okay.
at
That
a golf
didn't work.
course.
Hell no. Yeah.
Had you ever played golf before or anything like that?
Fuck no. My homeboy White Cam worked at the golf course. When I came here, he was like, I get your job at the golf course. You want to move? I said, hell yeah.
What were you
So I
doing
was
at the
a,
golf course?
I was a little caddy dude.
You were a caddy?
Not a caddy.
Not a caddy.
I clean your clubs when you get back.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done that too.
Yeah, I was terrible at it. But
Really?
I was good at listening though. So I didn't know like none of the. I don't know shit about golf. But to get tips, you got to talk to them when they got the court and shit.
Sure.
So everybody would be like, yeah. So like, how was the back nine? And so I just be saying shit like that.
You
Like,
didn't
how
know
was
anything, yeah.
Nothing. I just be like, the back nine was great, right?
That's awesome.
I love the back.
No
My favorite
idea
hole
what
is
he's
the
talking
11th hole.
about.
How are the
Beautiful
pars today?
view. It
Yeah.
was good. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Did you make good money there though?
Fuck no.
No.
Hell no.